Hi, this is Melindy from Paris Living. Today we are going to talk about the benefits of buying an apartment in Paris versus in the close suburbs. So first of all, I just want to say that there are good suburbs and bad ones. So I'm going to list the ones that I think are worth considering if you don't want to live in Paris proper. So that would be Neuilly, Montreuil, Montrouge. Let's go to Boulogne, Neuilly, Le Valois, Clichy, parts of Pantin, and I think that's probably about it. There are some other ones, Malakoff, Clichy, Saint-Denis, but they're not well serviced enough by the metro, and depending on the RER is a problem, and it really impacts property value. So a lot of people ask me this question: if I move outside of Paris, I get more square meters. I can have a 2-bedroom instead of 1 bedroom, and generally speaking, my first question to them is, what is the function of the apartment? Why are you buying this apartment? Is it a pied-à-terre? Is it a place that you're going to be coming to a few times a year? In that case, do you want to land at the airport and then be in Paris? Or do you want to land in the airport and then take a taxi to a suburb? And you will feel that you are in the suburbs. There may be some sort of nice villagey type feeling, in that suburb, but you won't feel like you're in Paris. So that's a subjective decision that everyone has to make. You may get, more square meters, an extra bedroom, but you won't feel like you're in Paris. And if your goal is to buy property in Paris, then it doesn't make sense to go outside of the periphery. On the other hand, if you are buying something that you are going to be living in full time and you want extra square meters on a metro line and you are going to be commuting and have access to the city all year, then that's an entirely different story. You can decide that you want to live all the way up the line 5 in Pantin, where you can definitely get a lot more bang for your buck, so to speak. And the line 5 is going to take you right down the city through Gare du Nord, Gare de l'Est, République, Bastille, Gare d'Austerlitz, all the way down. So, it depends. If it's going to be something that you're going to be using a few times a year and then maybe renting it out when you're not here or having your friends use it, then it just makes sense for the apartment to be in Paris and in a good, lively neighborhood where you really feel like you're in Paris. So that's really what it comes down to. When you go out to Neuilly or to Le Valois, it's nice. The buildings are nice. It's very safe, but it's very quiet. A lot of the restaurants only do lunch service. They don't even do dinner service because there are a lot of offices. So the demographic is different. Whereas there are residential neighborhoods within Paris, especially in Western Paris, where same thing, it would be very quiet in the evening, or even in the 8th arrondissement, there's a ton of offices and there's no dinner service in restaurants. But in Paris, you're going to have so much more access to places you want to go, whereas if you're further out, even if you think, oh, I just have to jump on this train and it's only 10 minutes, and if you kind of look it up with some transport app, it says it's going to take you 29 minutes to get there. In reality, if you have to switch twice and one of them is a bus, you're just going to regret it. I've had people come over saying, we want to look in Neuilly, we want to look in Boulogne. And then after 2 days, they're like, we want to look in the fifth. So I think that it really all depends on what the function, what the purpose of the apartment is. And another thing to keep in mind is that some of the suburbs are not necessarily less expensive. If you're on the line 1 in Neuilly, it's not necessarily going to be less expensive than some of the more up-and-coming neighborhoods in Paris. So there's pros and cons to both, and it all comes down to what you want from your property. And that is something that everyone has to kind of sit down and decide for themselves. And maybe they're going to have less space, but they're going to be happier when they're here. So I hope that is a helpful little overview of the pros and cons of purchasing in Paris versus the suburbs. If you have any questions, get in touch. Would love to talk to you about it. Okay, take care. Bye.